In the depths of the dense and foreboding Blackwood Hollow, where the trees stood tall and twisted like gnarled fingers clawing at the sky, there lay a darkness that seemed to seep into the very soil itself. It was a place shunned by the locals, whispered about in hushed tones as they whispered past, fearful of the secrets it held. Legend spoke of the Hollow's tragic past, of a once thriving community that had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Some said it was disease that had swept through the village, while others whispered of darker forces at play, but the truth remains buried beneath layers of myth and superstition, hidden within the shadows that lurked among the trees. Years passed, and the village of Blackwood Hollow faded from memory, its name spoken only in fearful whispers. Yet, despite the warnings, a small family, the Carters, moved into a long-abandoned cottage nestled deep within the heart of the hollow. The Carters were drawn to the hollow by its isolation, seeking refuge from the troubles of the outside world. But as the days turned into nights, they began to sense a presence lurking in the shadows, a darkness that seemed to watch their every move. Strange things began to happen. Objects would vanish and reappear in unlikely places, and whispers echoed through the empty rooms of the cottage. Mrs. Carter claimed to see figures moving in the darkness outside their windows, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. At first, Mr. Carter dismisses his wife's fears as nothing more than the imaginings of an overactive mind. But as the encounters grew more frequent and more terrifying, he could no longer deny the truth. The hollow was haunted, determined to uncover the secrets of their new home. The Carters delved into the history of the hollow, piecing together fragments of a tragic past. They learned from the village that had once thrived there, of the families torn apart by tragedy and betrayal. But the more they uncovered, the more the darkness of the hollow seemed to close in around them. Shadows danced along the walls, and whispers filled the air like the sighs of the restless dead. As the nights grew longer and the darkness deeper, the Carters realized that they were not alone in the hollow. The spirits of the village's lost souls had awakened, their anguished cries echoing through the trees. And as the darkness closed in around them, the Carters knew that they had stumbled into a nightmare from which there would be no escape. For in the heart of Blackwood Hollow, the past never truly died, and those who dared to uncover its secrets would pay the ultimate price. Desperate to rid themselves of the haunting presence that plagued their home, the Carters sought help from the village elders. But the locals, still fearful of the Hollow's dark legacy, turned a cold shoulder to their pleas for assistance. Undeterred, the Carters took matters into their own hands, delving deeper into the mysteries of Blackwood Hollow. They scoured ancient tomes and whispered legends, searching for a way to appease the restless spirits that roamed the woods. Their efforts, however, only seemed to anger the entities that lurked within the shadows. The nights grew colder, the whispers grew louder, and the darkness grew ever more suffocating. In a last desperate bid for salvation, the Carters embark on a perilous journey to confront the source of the hollow's curse. Guided by a tattered map found hidden within the cottage's walls, they ventured deeper into the heart of the woods, where the trees grew twisted and the air hung heavy with dread. At the center of the hollow, they discovered a long-forgotten cemetery, its crumbling headstones obscured by layers of moss and ivy. It was here, amidst the graves of those who had perished in the darkness, that the Carters unearthed a truth more horrifying than they could have ever imagined. The village had been cursed by an ancient entity, a being of unfathomable darkness that hungered for the souls of the living. For generations, it had feasted upon the lives of the villagers, trapping their spirits within the hollow's twisted embrace. Realizing the true extent of the danger they faced, the Carters knew that they had only one chance to break the curse and free the souls trapped within the hollow. With trembling hands, they began a ritual of purification, calling upon powers long forgotten in their efforts to banish the darkness once and for all. As the final incantation echoed through the trees, the ground trembled beneath their feet, and a blinding light erupted from the depths of the cemetery. The earth shook, and the air crackled with raw energy as the curse was torn asunder, the darkness dissipating like morning mist. When the light faded and the dust settled, the Carters found themselves standing amidst the ruins of the cemetery. The air heavy with the scent of earth and renewal. The curse had been broken, and Blackwood Hollow was free once more. But as they gazed out at the twisted trees and tangled undergrowth that surrounded them, they knew that the memory of the hollow's haunting would linger on, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within the hearts of men. And although the Carters had triumphed over the forces of evil, they knew that the true price of their victory would be etched into the very fabric of their souls for all eternity.